Hello guys, and today I'm going to show you my review of the OnePlus 6 1 month later. So before we start the video, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. And with that being said, let's get started. The OnePlus 6 is the latest entry in OnePlus's smartphone lineup and is the 8th iteration of the popular budget smartphone. With this new entry, OnePlus has improved on its phone in some major as well as in some minor categories and has included some of the latest trends such as the notch display. In this review, we'll be taking a look at all the different components of the smartphone such as its design and build, display, performance, cameras, and battery life. The design and build of the smartphone is actually pretty solid. The OnePlus 6, despite sharing nearly identical dimensions with its all-metal predecessor, has gained quite a bit of thickness and a sizable amount of weight, and that's partly due to the Gorilla Glass 5 housing. It looks much better than any other OnePlus phone to date, but it also looks like quite a lot of other smartphones out there. One thing to be considered about this change is that for durability in drops and such, this is quite a lot weaker and is prone to scratches and cracks in such cases. Even so, with its different variants, it looks and feels very premium, comparable to most other expensive flagships. Another real positive about the phone that I can say is the port selection on it. Yes, it does have a headphone jack, which for some reason is now considered a feature, but I'm very happy that OnePlus decided to include it. The other ports are pretty standard, with the USB Type-C dash charging port at the bottom, and the power button, volume rocker, and the other volume switch for the silent mode are on either sides of the smartphone. The speaker is at the bottom, and it is good for a bottom-facing speaker. The speaker is loud, crisp and clear, and the only big weakness here is the fact that it is bottom-facing, but other than that, the speaker is good enough. The display on this is great. This time also, you get a 1080p AMOLED display, but it has a weird size and resolution at 6.28 inches and at 2280 by 1080. It does have a notch like some other new phones like the iPhone 10 and some others, but I'm actually not a fan of this and would have rather seen a bigger bezel like the 5T rather than this. Even so, this is no doubt the best looking 1080p panel out there with its punchy and vivid colors, great viewing angles, and another plus of it being 1080p is that it also helps in performance. Overall, the display is a big plus point if you don't mind the notch on the phone. The OnePlus 6 could also easily be one of, if not the best performing Android smartphone out there. It comes with some very beefy specs that include the Snapdragon 845 CPU, 6 or 8GB of RAM, 64, 128 or 256GB of storage, and Android 8.1. These are flagship quality specs that are available on most of the more expensive devices. Performance in most normal things is extremely snappy, and due to the 6 or 8GB of RAM, multitasking is a breeze. Gaming is also no problem, and most of the games, even demanding ones, run without any issue on this with great frame rates. Software on this is also traditional OnePlus style, as in it is mostly stock Android with a few good additions. It isn't much of an overhaul like some other skins, and due to that, you get very frequent and quick updates. The cameras on this are also excellent for the price. You get a 16 plus 20 megapixel sensor on the back with optical image stabilization, with 16 as the primary and 20 as the secondary. The OnePlus takes incredible photos in daylight with really good bokeh on stationary subjects, and thanks to the included optical stabilization, some great photos of moving subjects as well. Photos taken in low light are also impressive, and grain is also kept to a minimum here. Videos taken on this are also pretty good with the 4K video quality and the optically stabilized footage. The front camera is a 16 megapixel sensor, and that too gives out some really great photos, including a new selfie portrait mode that also works well. Battery life is also great. The 3300 mAh battery here is large, and thanks to that and the 1080p display on this phone, it should last quite a while. You can expect at least 6 hours of screen on time, which should last most people more than a day, and that coupled with the really fast dash charging make this one of the best smartphones in terms of battery life. So the final verdict for the OnePlus 6 is that even though this might not have everything on the ultimate phone checklist, it doesn't really matter. What this phone does right is however the essentials. You can expect this smartphone to do all the tasks you want, even those that some other flagships can't, but for a lower price tag. I definitely recommend going for this phone, and for its price range, it is without a doubt the best offering. So that's it for the video guys, thanks for watching. Please like, share and subscribe to the channel, and I hope you enjoyed the video. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.